leave you feeling inspired, wanting to change your life for the better, and could possibly give you a perspective shift to go after what you want in this life and just inspire you to be better. All right, time to get tiny. Today's Substack article title is Do It for your 8-year-old self. Do it for your 80-year-old self. If you feel stuck, this perspective might help everything click. This is a little picture that I made on Canva. Make her proud. Give her memories. Why my face is so itchy right now. I am someone who can be very indecisive, and honestly, this is one of the only exercises that has truly helped me when I feel stuck. When you don't know what to do, ask yourself this: what would my 8-year-old self want for me, and what would my 80-year-old self wish I had done? Because really, who else is there to make proud than yourself? Your 8-year-old self didn't care about being practical. She didn't care about timelines or what made the most sense on paper. She dreamed freely. She believed everything was possible. She wanted a life that felt exciting, meaningful, and full. And your 8-year-old self is not thinking about how safe you played it. She's thinking about whether you lived, whether you took the chances, whether you experienced the world, loved deeply, and followed what was calling you. What could be more fulfilling than getting to that point in your life and feeling genuinely content with how you lived it? Imagine coming to the end of your life and feeling content, not having the regrets of wanting to maybe travel more or just experience life in a different way, or like maybe just don't care about what people think about you. Like there's so many things that people probably regret at the end of their life, but imagine having very little regrets. I think we forget that no matter how old we get, there is still a younger version of us inside. Even now, I still feel like that same girl I was years ago, just older, but still learning and still figuring things out. I had a moment recently where I really felt pulled in a different direction than what I truly wanted. Most of my friends are working 9-to-5s, building more traditional careers, and for a while I felt like I should be doing the same. It almost felt like that was the right path and anything else was falling behind. But when I really sat with it, I realized something. That version of my life was never what my younger self dreamed of. I have always wanted to be creative. I have always wanted to express myself, to make things, to create something meaningful. And right now that looks like working my serving job while building something on my own through content, my writing, and my videos. I feel like throughout most of my life, when talking about being like a server, like a waitress in a restaurant, people would ask me, I've had friends ask me, when are you going to get a real job though? Like, when are you going to get a real job? And it's almost insulting and scary because I think that it's okay to be a server. I don't think that should be frowned upon. And I'm also like building other things while I'm doing that. Like, I like to do a lot of different things. I don't want to, like, I'm just not meant for a 9-to-5. Like, sorry. But yeah, I've definitely had that happen where someone's like, when do you need a real job? And I'm like, okay, first of all, really offended. Second of all, what the fuck? Anyways, it might not look like everyone else's path, but it feels like mine. And when I thought about my 8-year-old self, I knew she would not want me to abandon that. She would want me to go for it. She would want me to create, take risks, to build something that feels exciting, real, and mine. And when I think about my 80-year-old self, I know she is not going to wish that I played it safe. She's going to be so grateful that I created something I can look back on, that I have videos, memories, proof that I lived in a way that felt true to me. So when you're making decisions, big or small, try to zoom out. Really try to look at the bigger picture and think about like your older, younger self, like literally like looking at you right now in the present. If you are debating whether to take the safe route or to follow something that excites you, think about your younger self. She would probably tell you that life is not meant to be rushed, that money will come, but experiences will not always wait, that you should try things, see the world, and actually live. And if you are honest, you already know this. Sometimes people know that they should change their environment, change their job, change their relationship, but they don't do it. So thinking of it in this perspective could give you the little push to go forward with what you know you need to do. So many people later in life say that they wish they traveled more, they wish they cared less what people thought about them, they wish they went after what they actually wanted. So why not be the person who actually does that? If you are reading this, you have a dream. Everyone does, even if it feels small or unrealistic or out of reach. But if someone else can build a life like that, why can't you? If there is somebody, celebrity, public figure, or even someone that you just know that has a career that you would like, just chase after that goal. Make that your goal. If you see someone Don't be jealous of them. Use that as inspiration. You see that they live a certain life that you want to live. See how they got there. Figure out how they got there and what you can do every single day so that you can get there one day. There's nothing more meaningful than building a life that feels like yours. Start seeing the world the way your 8-year-old self did. Notice things, appreciate the small moments, your morning coffee, your walks, your quiet nights. Children see the world with so much wonder. Nothing feels ordinary to them. You know when you're little and like everything is just so fun and like the little things are so exciting, like look at life that way. Like your morning coffee can be exciting, like your like bus ride to work can be exciting, like everything can be fun and exciting and amazing when you just look at it with beauty. If you know what I mean. The art of noticing. Where was I now? I can't remember. I actually just lost my train of thought. Oh, what if you looked at your life like that again and at the same time live in a way that your 8-year-old self would thank you for? Do the things she would not be able to do anymore. Say yes to what excites you. Walk away from what does not feel right. Because if your younger self could see you right now, what would she want for you? And if your older self could look back, what would she wish you had done, how you had the courage to do? Even think of it like this. This is a perfect example to, if your life was a show, what would the audience be yelling at you to do? Stay safe and small or go after it? Deep down, you already know the answer. You know when you're watching a show and you can see like your favorite character, any character, and you're like, oh my God, like don't do that or do this. Like if you are the character in your own show, what would you be telling this character? Would you be telling the character that she should move across the world and change her whole environment, that she should get out of that toxic environment that she has at work and get a different job? Should she leave the relationship? Should she like, I don't even know. There's so many things you could be yelling at a character. You could be telling them that they need to like start taking care of their body. They need to start doing things. Like just if you were the character, it's pretty simple to see what you need to do from like other people's POV. If someone could see your everyday life, what would they be yelling at you to do? When in doubt, choose a life your younger self dreamed of and your older self will not regret. One day you'll be 80 looking back at this exact moment. Make sure she is proud of what you chose. This could not be more important, as all of my Substacks are important, but it's just a perspective to think of as an example, because if you think about your 8-year-old self and you think of your 8-year-old self, who else would you want to make more proud than yourself? Obviously friends, family, whatever, but what matters most is you making yourself proud. So seriously, really try and like visualize and think about your 8-year-old self and her dreams and desires. Hey, maybe she wanted to be like an astronaut or something. Okay, maybe that's a little bit, hey, maybe you do want to do that. Try and go towards that goal. But just embrace what you liked when you were a child, because most likely the little things you like I picked up a camera and was vlogging all the time when I was little with a little camcorder. I always wanted to make YouTube videos. I wish I just started honestly then, like maybe not then when I was literally like 8 years old, but like just look at yourself when you're younger and see what excites that little girl inside of you or that little boy inside of you or that little person inside of you. What excites that person? What makes that person feel alive? And then the older self, what can you do the most so that that older version of yourself does not regret not doing more or not regret going after what they want? Because nothing would be worse than being on your deathbed and regretting all the things you could have done. So I really hope this video today could have been inspiring or entertaining and, well, my hoop, and could inspire to make your life better, because I promise you, if you really listen to this and take it into account, you can change your life for the better. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next few days. Bye.